Aa2. We have a relationship with everybody and everything. Relationships coaching. A life-changing, magical and mystical adventure education. Relationships coaching. When we talk about a relationship, we in general refer to a relationship of two people, which is usually one of the most challenging adventures in life, as we meet in the other the greatest and the worst, that which is within ourselves. There is obviously a lot of work to be done in order to create and maintain a good relationship, which is also dependent on these two individuals and their relationship with the higher power. The mind, thoughts, emotions, the body, communication, nutrition, business and profession, parenting, being vital and fit, destructive habits, education, getting older, stress, disease, the planet, and friends. In general, we forget to realize that we actually have a relationship with everybody and everything. The sum total of how we live and deal with all these relationships will as well have a great influence on the first relationship we mentioned, because everything affects and influences each other. Everything is connected and interconnected. Then there is another way of experiencing each relationship, which is from its sacred center, real essence and higher purpose, and the further we drift away from that center, the more difficulties we will encounter. 20 different relationships. A relationship with the soul, the mind, emotions, the body, thoughts, communication, parenting, marriage, nutrition, disease, weight, the planet, fitness, stress, getting older, studying, business life, professions, possessions, teenage years, friends, and destructive habits. From 32 different angles. In this approach, we are not just enhancing all these relationships from a higher point of view, but from another 32 angles as well, and trying to make it all as practical as possible. We have called these total of 32 approaches your team of lifestyle and awareness coaches. And to make them even more alive, we have called them guiding forces, connected with a symbol. Without realizing this, we also have a relationship with these forces. We have a relationship with the master guide within us, a relationship with being a disciple, a hero, the element earth, with the phenomena time, change, and go on. For the younger generation and the child within all of us, and for those who are open to this additional approach, we have given them magical names and created even a visual character that keeps the education, or better said re-education, even more light and fun. Ideal as subjects for homeschooling your children and getting you out of the way, being the authority. In the versions for the child and the child within all of us, we name these 32 coaches the Magical Council and Sacred Council, and being as well the 32 faculty members of the Magical University of Life, being an imaginary world that we can relate to with our imagination. From 32 points of view. 1. From a higher point of view. 2. From the teacher-master point of view. 3. From the mind's point of view. 4. From the disciple's point of view. 5. From the inner hero point of view. 6. From the mature elder and nature's point of view. 7. From the decoder decoding messages point of view. 8. From the storyteller and magic point of view. 9. From the energy earth, grounding and recycling point of view. 10. From the energy water, commitment and play point of view. 11. From the energy fire, movement and pacing point of view. 12. From the energy air, embracing and endurance point of view. 13. From the energy verbal communication point of view. 14. From the energy familiar thoughts and association point of view. 15. from the energy, higher virtues and unfamiliar thoughts point of view. 16 from the reality duality point of view. 17 from the reality time point of view. 18 from the reality change point of view. 19 from the reality cycles point of view. 20 from the reality balance point of view. 21 from the reality necessities point of view. 22 from the reality wholeness point of view. 23 from the reality comprehension point of view. 24 from the reality order, place and function point of view. 25 from the reality improvement and perfection point of view. 26 from the reality expansion and contraction point of view. 27 from the reality cause and effect point of view. 28 from the reality repetition point of view. 29 from the reality that all is a reflection from within ourselves point of view. 30 from the reality that all has a rhythm and vibration point of view. 31 from the reality serving without expectations point of view. 32 from the reality that all is individual and unique point of view. The magical characters that represent your lifestyle and awareness coaching team. The 8 keepers of light. Kandu, the creator, the eternal source. Moraya Moro, the messenger of love, the master teacher. Kalimabanku, the governor of the mind. Dionyx, the true disciple. Janai Summer, the inner hero, the hero in all aspects of life. Toro, the symbolic decoder. Jimjara, the master storyteller, fantasy and magic. Niyama, the wisdom of the mature elders and nature. The 7 keepers of the 7 dimensions. Earthos, the keeper of the first dimension, the element of solids and earth. Watiru, the keeper of the second dimension, the element of liquids and water. Viratos, the keeper of the third dimension, the element of heat and fire. Aa2, the keeper of the fourth dimension, the element of gases, air and oxygen. Talcon, the keeper of the fifth dimension, the element ether number 3, audible sounds and audible communication. Star Maze, the keeper of the sixth dimension, the element ether number 2, conditioned mind, non-audible sounds and non-audible communication. Spheron, the keeper of the seventh dimension, the element ether 1, the universal mind and higher communication. The 17 keepers of conduct. Yin-yang, the law of opposites. Butterfly, the law of change. Scale, the law of balance. Puzzle, the law of wholeness. Chain, the law of order, place and function. Ice flame, the law of expansion and contraction. Parrot, the law of repetition. Beat, the law of rhythm and attraction. Clock, the law of time. Cycles, the law of cycles. Base, the law of necessities. Mesh, the law of comprehension. Ideal, the law of improvement. Destiny, the law of cause and effect. Mirror, the law of reflections. Careheart, the law of service. DNA, the law of individuality. For young children, young adults, and the child within all of us. Quote, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Alvin Toffler, end of quote. Quote, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust, end of quote. Adventures for a lifetime. The Magical Council, see playlist B for children and the child within all of us. The Sacred Council, see playlist C for young adults and adults. The Guiding Living Encyclopedia, see playlist I for young adults and adults. The Museum of Symbols, see playlist H for young adults and adults.